Hey, welcome back. Another episode, RC Crawler Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Man, time flies when you're having fun and got lots of stuff going on. As you can see, the bench is well, it's a disaster. Lots of stuff happening, life events, RC events, all kinds of stuff. But we are back. And another update on the C3 Hardbody Blazer comp build. So you can see I've stuck on the 2.2 Swampers, and these again are just for mock-up. These are about the tire height I think I'm going to want to run, so I kind of want to get everything mocked up. I got this chassis as low as I could get her. I still got some bracing in the back, change out the shock spring, something a little softer. I got to get a rear servo for it. I got to make some servo mounts and some link riser combination thing going on. But my main focus for the last little bit was getting the front set up, and I think I have finally the combination that's going to work. So you can see I got rid of, had these old brass knuckles on the front. I actually went with DLUXFAB big brass knuckles. I also added the Team Garage Hack dual servo mount. I got rid of the laydown one. I just kept having binding issues. So multiple issues. One is the drag link. Basically your steering. Now this is just sit on here. And the length of your panhard mount. They need to be relatively the same angle, and they need to be relatively the same length. So right now this steering link is a lot shorter than the panhard. I had to make the panhard this long to get the rails centered or close to centered at full compression, since that's where I'm planning on running this truck, is pretty much full droop suspension. So you get it set up so it doesn't shift too much on you when it goes through the suspension cycle. I always look at the shocks to the frame rail. The clearance there, it's a little bit tighter there. But if you don't have these are the same lengths, and I believe what's happening is this pivot point is too far to the center. This really needs to be over here. I really wanted to run this and make this work, but so not just steering, but I'm also getting at full stuff. You see in there? So watch that top link. It comes down. Yeah, you can't see it. How about that? How about that? There we go. So that top link. Can't see. Anyways, so full stuff. This upper mount right there, where the link goes into the top of that axle, bottoms out on the servo, and that could be bad. It'd be bad for the servo. Just riding around, yeah, it could probably float on there, but if you ever take a tumble, and if you're ever to take a tumble with it, and you come down, take a tumble, come down and smash really hard, you could damage the case and the gears and all the good stuff inside, and that's just not good for the top of the axle and the links either. But that's not the only issue, so I want to get this thing as low as possible. Into the shocks. I mean, that's full stuff, and right now it's hitting. It's not allowing to go all the way down. So it's actually rocking on that servo and that link mount. So it's not good. So that's issue number one. Issue number two. Now I know I would have to, if I ran it like this, I would have to bend the steering link, have this link come straight out, and then bend up, and possibly an S bend back to the top here. But because right now it hits the frame. So if I go this way, you can see it. The link actually hits the frame and goes up. I'm not too concerned about that. I can fix that. But what I can't fix Watch when I turn to the driver's side. You get to a certain point, and this fulcrum right here, now you're pulling straight. Watch what happens to the frame. Yep. So it comes over. Nothing else is hitting. So that's not good. And I really think it's because of this length and the geometry of this. You know, you got your knuckles that rotate this way, this radius, and this arm goes this way. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to ditch this. I probably don't need it this low, but this is what I got. Both shocks, bottomed out. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but we're going to see. I had to do a custom bend on the panhard, and obviously the steering links. I actually used Capra tie rod, put a couple heavy bends in it to clear the servo arm. That's all the way over this way, all the way over that way. I think for the most part it's going to work. So we got some pretty good steering angle out of it. And flexed out. Let's see. So I got clearance under there. Be right on that frame. I may have to bend that steering arm a little bit more. Maybe I can reposition it, rotate it down a little bit. Also had to nip the other mount off that AR-44, which is fine because I'm only using a 3-link anyways. Now here's the cool part. Check this out. Aluminum motor mount. 7075, custom machined. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's awesome. Let's flip it over, see what she looks like. So the links, I still got room to put that motor down if I wanted to, which I will be as soon as I make a little clearance notch for this guy. So I ended up going with 60-tooth spur, a 9-tooth pinion, underdrive front, underdrive rear. Overdrive comes from the transfer case at 30%. And I'm going to be running, so this is a 2850, so it's a very fast motor. That's why I kind of went underdrive on everything. Just get that thing super, super low. And I have, with all that, I have some little 4-cell 850 comp batteries, itty bitty guys. So I think 4-cell 2850 and all the underdrive, I should have enough little oomph on wheel speed and super slow crawlability. Again, this is all just kind of winging it, and we're going to see what happens. Test and tune. So, what's left? The body's off at the body man, getting done, getting hacked up, chopped up, cut up, glued up. So we should be doing a mock-up here pretty soon, probably this weekend. I've got link risers. So right now, once you put your motor or your servo, rear servo, on the UCFAB mount, you don't have any options to give yourself a link riser. So what I'm gonna do, see how those links kind of go down towards the back. I want to get this end up. What that's going to do is going to transfer the torque to the frame. Hopefully shove that nose down on climbs. It'll give it more stability. But normally have a little plastic or aluminum. Let's see if I got one here. Little servo mounts, you know, something like that. That's how you mount your servo onto that plate. Well, I got a couple pieces of aluminum. What I'll do is I'll drill a second hole. So I have 2 holes in the bottom. And then when this is on the outside, I'm going to take these links and move them to the outside. I'm going to actually drill and tap into the aluminum sideways. Now, a couple issues I already see it at that is it's a really wide top. Your triangulation isn't going to be optimal. It's probably going to change the roll center of the whole geometry of the suspension. You know, trial and error. I'm going to see what happens. If I can't get this to work and it doesn't work the way I like it, then maybe we'll explore putting the servo as a CMS, chassis mount rear servo. You know, we'll, like I said, first super comp build on a C3, and we're learning together. It's the only way you can do it. Put something together, hopefully it works, test, tune, redo. So when I have those links on the outside, I'm going to run into some tight clearances on the frame. So I'm hoping that I'll have lots of clearance between the body, because the body's going to be probably doved. If not, it's going to be really close to the outside of the rails, because you got to have the rails wide enough to clear the links, yada, yada, yada. Excuse me. We'll see how that works out. But the biggest thing is getting that front all lined up. That was a chore, and I hope it works. We'll see. We'll see. Got those knuckles laid back to better that steering angle. I may have to do a little bit of trimming on that upper arm for the deluxe knuckles. These things are super nice, heavy. I also added, obviously, the brass diff cover. Probably adding too much brass because she's pretty heavy up front, but I want to get more weight below that frame rail than I do have on top. Since I am adding tube and I am adding hard body, I want to keep that lower CG. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I got my wires going all over the place here. Welcome to the project world. It's always something. So, well, again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More videos to come, hopefully sooner than later. All right, man. Check out the channel for the Pacific Northwest comp. We went to Intiat this last weekend, and it was a blast. So I got lots of footage. I'm going to have a highlight reel coming to this channel soon, and I have full-length runs on the Pacific Northwest RC Crawlers YouTube channel, if you want to check those runs out as well. Class 1, Class 2, and soon to be Class 2, Class 3 coming up. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Get out and crawl.